Hi everyone, I'm a student from NYU Shanghai, and my name is Xinru Hao. So before we start today's discussion, let's play a small game first. Later, I will show you 3 different images, and maybe you can tell some similarities among these 3 things. So are you ready? Then here are they. So do you notice any kind of similarities among these 3 images? Actually, I think it is very possible to notice many kinds of similarities among these 3 images because it is it is a very subjective activity. But in my opinion, I will focus on one of the most important key among these 3 images. It shows that these 3 different images represent 3 different ways to spread knowledge. Actually, knowledge is playing a very important role in human history because with the help of knowledge, human civilization is able to develop continuously. And as the time passes, the way to spread knowledge is changing as well. Like the 3 images shows that in history, we spread knowledge by painting and drawing. Then we spread them by writing after the invention of words. After 2 industrial revolutions, after the occurrence of electricity, we were able to spread knowledge by films. Nowadays, as the rapid development of internet, there is a new way to spread knowledge called online videos. Actually, this new media to spread knowledge is very efficient. For example, take Bilibili as an example. Bilibili is one of the most powerful online video platform in China, and on that platform, there are so many videos that spread knowledge can receive more than millions of views. So today's discussion, I will focus on this kind of videos and to do some deeper analyzations about them. So to analyze these kind of online videos, I prepare 3 research questions. 1. What features make them attractive to many people? 2. How do platforms influence the styles or contents of them? And 3. What's the impact of these online videos on people's real life? So next, I will, based on these 3 research questions, and try to give my answers to them. So to analyze this research question, we can start with an article published on a journal called The Public Understanding of Science. This article does research to compare the effectiveness of 2 ways to narrate science. One is traditional expository narrative, which is usually used in some scientific documentary films. The other is infotainment narrative. And before they start doing the research, they firstly give some definitions of infotainment. In their opinions, there are 3 features in infotainment. 1. Structuring content with a story. 2. Personalization, which helps the viewer relate to the characters on the screen. 3. The use of humor. Then they start doing this kind of comparison. And finally, they get several very interesting results. 1. The expository narration will be perceived as more authoritative and therefore more believable. 2. Viewers actually like the expository narration significantly more than the infotainment narration. 3. Viewers without a university education reporting higher likability scores for the infotainment narration than the expository one. 4. Viewers of the infotainment video performed significantly better than those watching the expository version. So, we can make a summary here that for both narrative ways, they have their own way to increase the popularities of some online videos that spread knowledge. For infotainment narration, the existence of humor and fun can attract more people to engage in watching them. Especially for the viewers without university education. This can lead to a short-term popularity of a video. Then, for expository narration, it will give viewers a feeling of authoritative and academic rigor, and it also shows that the creator of this video is serious about the topic he or she is talking about. As a result, the viewers tend to treat this kind of video as high-quality video, so that they will stick more to the channels and the uploaders, not just the single video they just watching. This can lead to a long-term popularity of a video. Consequently, by combining both narrative ways, a video can increase its popularity both in short-term and long-term. And later, I will use an example video to demonstrate this. And this video is a typical example of by combining both narrative ways together. Besides the combination of two different narrative ways, there is another feature that can influence the popularity of the online video that spreads knowledge. The uploaders tend to build an emotional connection between themselves and the viewers. They usually do this in two ways. One, use audience-oriented style to organize the videos. This concept was mentioned by Snelson to describe the way of making vlogs that makes the uploader of the video be in front of the camera, which makes viewers feel that the uploaders are talking directly to themselves. This can also be shown in my later demonstration of a sample video. 2. Building community. There is a report about this. A report from MIT News introduces how the uploader builds community with their viewers. In this article, it shows that almost every night the two hosts a live stream on TikTok for several hours. They call it M&M office hours. During the live stream, followers can message questions that the brothers see and answer in real time, and the followers can chat among themselves. So by doing this, it allows uploaders of the videos can communicate with the viewers directly, which will lead to a kind of a selling friendship later. As a result, Tom Scott thought that this kind of emotional connection can increase the long-term popularity of a video, because he once says in his videos,
an emotional connection can be key in converting a fan to a patron.
So next, I will provide you a sample video to demonstrate how the combination of expository narrative and the infotainment narrative works, and also how the uploaders use a kind of audience-oriented style in his videos. This is a video mainly talking about hydromechanics on Bilibili, which receives more than 4 million views. I will use this video as a sample to demonstrate my previous points. For the clip, we can see that the uploader is facing the camera in front of him, and he also is making some body gestures to try to interact with the viewers. Then we start to analyze the combination of two narrative ways. We can see that the use of infotainment from the structure of the video. Although this video is talking about the hydromechanics, it actually starts with a topic of how to avoid the case of positone by using a serious scientific method. The excellent mixture of toilet scenes and science can be the source of humor because most people consider them as irrelevant. This is how the infotainment works in the video. For expository narrative, we can see it from another clip from this
后来
video.
人们才认识到，那正是石头建起的 Washington Jet 被保留了下来。
So, seems very professional, huh? Right? So, like, that's how the video combines these two different narratives together. And I think and I believe that's why this video that spread knowledge can receive more than 4 million views in this online video platform. So next, we will talk about my second research question. It's that how do platforms influence the styles or content of them? The first point is that platforms' cultures can influence these online videos. We can see this in a book from Lin and Mark, which explores the effectiveness of scientific online videos according to some inputs of some experts. According to them, one of the most important keys is to consider the target audience. Actually, it implies that the scientific online videos can be influenced by the target audience from the platforms. Also, the target audience will be influenced by the background of platforms, undoubtedly. So this is why we say online video platforms can influence these online videos. It is because the existence of the target audience. For example, my interviewee, who is now studying in London, Britain, provides me a phenomenon he noticed because of this difference.
Absolutely. So first of all, I think YouTube is much bigger than Bilibili.
Yeah.
You have to accept this. Like I said, the mathematical guy from YouTube, he has a channel at Bilibili, and he takes what he posted on YouTube to Bilibili. But you don't see it conversely, as in, so you don't see a guy who originally posts videos on Bilibili and then he takes all his videos to YouTube.
So my interviewee mentioned a phenomenon of unidirectional flow of this video from YouTube to Bilibili. In my opinion, this example clearly shows the relationship between video audience and the platform. Because like YouTube is because like we can analyze in this as the following. YouTube is bigger than Bilibili, so that its targeted audience is broader than Bilibili. Like for YouTube, its target audience is global all-aged users, while Bilibili is only for Chinese young. As a result, the video under YouTube's culture can be accepted under Bilibili's culture, but not in the reverse way. The second point is that the platform's money support can influence these online videos. According to a report called What is Bilibili? A look into one of China's largest online video platforms, it mentions the great gap of income between Bilibili and YouTube by uploading videos for uploaders. Actually, my interviewee also mentions this kind of gap.
This may be a little bit sharp, but the lack of originality on Bilibili is, I think, at least partly due to the fact that there are less viewers on Bilibili. Because, from the internet times, the viewers are monies, right?
Yes.
So the more viewers you have, the more potential money you can make out of. So when uploaders don't have sufficient funds, they can't constantly provide high quality original videos. And I think that is partly why that there is this trend of flow from YouTube to Bilibili, whereas you don't have the other way around.
Okay. As a result, for Bilibili, it cannot provide the video uploaders as much money as those on YouTube platforms because of the difference of size, which leads to the result that for Bilibili uploaders, either they don't pay much attention on video creation, or they have to frequently do some promotions for some companies, both of which inevitably influences their videos' quality. So then, it comes to our final research question. what's the impact of these online videos that spread knowledge? Undoubtedly, there are so many impacts caused by these videos, and here I only introduce two of them because of the time limit. The first one is it provides a new way to do education. This point is mentioned by Carhan in his TED talk. Let's use video to reinvent education. More specifically, this new way can educate the viewers to 1. Seeing different perspectives.
So I think they're a very helpful way to learn, firstly, because when well, like I said, you can't visualize a vector time another vector inside of your head. So these videos, most of the times, they provide a different perspective from the normal way that you would think. Because, as you said, real science is very serious. But these videos, they aim to be entertaining. So they usually provide a different perspective. And it's usually good to think about things from various perspectives. So I think they're very helpful for sure.
2. Knowing more about the relative fields for teenagers.
And it's also good for the middle school students because they get to choose their university major. Well, and if these type of videos will make them think about what their major could be and then make them know a bit more about what their potential majors, then I think it's just going to be extremely helpful on their lives because they know in advance what it is going to be like to study this module. So I think this is absolutely helpful.
The second point is that it can make mutual improvement of both viewers and uploaders by interaction. This interaction is accomplished by the comment zoom. According to my interviewee, he firstly mentions the improvement of uploaders.
Well, I think firstly, if you were making a series of videos about one single topic, and then you post one at a time, and then people will start to comment, right? And then these comments usually they contain good points about your video and bad points about your video. And then what you can do is just, well, not what you can do, but what the uploader can do is just to make the good points even better and to sort of fix the bad points. So I think the commenting room is the feature is really about making the video much better, as much as the uploader wanted to.
Then he mentions the improvement of viewers.
Well, that is quite similar to, when you post a question online and then people will start to answer your question. For example, I posted on one of the linear algebra videos, it was about eigenvector. And then I posted a question. I was posting it. I forgot actually, but I was posting the question about eigenvector, and then this guy would just answer my question. It was not the uploader. It was just this random guy from the viewers. And I think this is the thing. So these videos, they bring together people with similar interests, right? So when you watch the video and you see a guy commenting on the video, you know that he has a certain level of interest about the topic the video is talking about. And then if you wish, you can just talk to that guy, even virtually. I think that's still helpful.
So we can conclude here. So after the analysis, we can see that the importance of these online videos is not just limited to spreading knowledge. More importantly, starting from this kind of online video, we start to get more knowledge about the general online videos, so that we can illustrate a more clearer figure about how online videos work in our current society.